What if the reason you feel constantly behind isn't a personal failing, but a design flaw in the systems around you? Japan basically asked that question and then spent decades building the answer into its cities. There are 15 systems baked into everyday life there that quietly eliminate the small-time losses most people just accept as normal. Not gadgets, not apps for their own sake, but actual infrastructure decisions that treat your attention and your time as something worth protecting. Number 1. Suica and Pasmo IC cards for seamless transit payments. Picture a Tokyo turnstile during morning rush hour. Hundreds of people moving through in seconds. Nobody stopping, nobody fumbling. The whole flow uninterrupted like water through a pipe. The card behind that is a stored value IC card with a Felica chip inside it, and it reads in under a second. You don't swipe, insert, or confirm anything. You tap and walk, and the gate opens before your brain has finished registering the motion. What makes it more than a payment card is that it killed an entire category of daily decision-making. No fare calculations, no checking for change, no ticket machines. It works across subway lines, buses, and trains, run by completely different private operators, and you top it up in 30 seconds at any station or convenience store. Number 2. Convenience stores that handle bills, tickets, and everyday services. Say you need to pay a utility bill, print a document, pick up a parcel, and mail something. In most countries, that's half a day across 4 different locations. In Japan, it's one stop, and the store is probably a 4-minute walk away. Japanese convenience stores aren't just places to grab a snack. You can pay taxes, buy concert tickets, send packages, receive online orders, use a multifunction printer, and get a hot meal, all under one roof, all at any hour. Local governments and private operators deliberately built these stores into the service infrastructure, so they handle things that would otherwise mean a trip to a post office or government office. The stores open at 2 a.m. The government office isn't. Number 3. Takahaiban luggage forwarding services. Luggage is the thing that quietly controls how you move through a city. It dictates which train you take, whether you can walk somewhere, and how much every decision costs you in effort. Takahaiban is a nationwide bag forwarding service that picks up your luggage from almost any address and delivers it to almost any other address overnight, including hotels, airports, and train stations. You leave your bags the night before, and they're waiting at your destination when you arrive. Hotels coordinate with the service directly, so you don't need to be there for the pickup or the drop-off. Without your bags, you can take any route, stop anywhere, and move through the city like someone who actually lives there. Number 4. Coin lockers at train stations. Hotel check-in is at 3 p.m. and your train pulls in at 9 a.m., so you've got 6 hours and nowhere to put your bags. Most cities leave you to figure that out yourself. Japanese train stations built coin lockers directly into the station floor plan, sized from small to oversized, available at nearly every major and mid-sized station, and now mostly operated with IC card payments, so you don't need exact change. You drop your bags, walk out with nothing, and use the city however you want. They're just metal boxes with locks. No app, no algorithm. What makes them work isn't the technology, it's the placement. A locker that's hard to find or always full doesn't solve anything. These are distributed densely enough that they're actually there when you need them. Number 5. Precise train schedules with minute-by-minute reliability. A Japanese rail operator once issued a public apology because a train left 20 seconds early. Not late, early. That's the baseline the whole system runs on. In most cities, a schedule is really just a guess. You build in buffer time, you show up early, and you mentally absorb the cost of not knowing when things will actually happen. That hidden padding adds up across every trip, every week. Japanese train schedules are published to the minute and actually kept to the minute through real-time monitoring, tight coordination between operators, and staff trained to recover from disruptions before they ripple outward. When the train's reliable to the minute, you don't need buffer time anymore. You know it leaves at 9:04, so you arrive at 9:02, and that's genuinely enough. Number 6. Platform queue markings for faster boarding. Every platform in a Japanese train station has markings painted on the floor, showing you exactly where to stand and which direction the doors will open. When the train pulls in, the doors line up with those marks. People are already queued on both sides of each door before the train even arrives, so the flow in and out takes seconds. Boarding sounds simple, but in a high-volume system, it's a real bottleneck. Random clustering means some doors get jammed while others stay empty. People exiting collide with people boarding, and the train sits longer than it needs to at every single stop. Number 7. Convenience store ATMs. With broad banking compatibility. You need cash, it's 11 p.m., and the ATM down the street doesn't accept your card. That's a normal Tuesday in most cities. Japan's convenience store ATMs were built around the assumption that this problem shouldn't exist. The machines accept cards from a wide range of domestic and international banks, run around the clock, and walk you through the whole process in multiple languages. They're inside stores that are already open all night, so timing is never the issue. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you're enjoying the content. Number 8. Restaurant ticket vending machines for quick ordering. You walk into a ramen shop, buy a ticket from a machine near the entrance, hand it to the staff, and sit down. Your food's already being made before you've picked a seat. The machine shows every option with pictures and prices. You pay up front, and a physical ticket comes out. The kitchen gets the order without a server relaying it, and payment's already done, so there's no bill at the end. The whole transactional layer of the meal wraps up in the first 60 seconds. Number 9. Public restroom availability with clear signage. Finding a public restroom in most cities means checking your phone, walking the wrong direction, and discovering the one you found is locked. Japan treats restroom access as actual infrastructure, the same way it treats train stops. Public restrooms there are dense, clearly signed, and maintained frequently enough that they're actually usable, not just technically present. Some cities map restroom locations into public apps with real-time cleanliness ratings, so you're never guessing. Number 10. Vending machines offering drinks and essentials everywhere. Japan has more vending machines per capita than almost any other country, and they sell a lot more than drinks. Depending on where you are, you can get hot canned coffee, umbrellas, batteries, face masks, fresh fruit, and full meals from a machine on a street corner, in a train station, in a hospital hallway, or at the top of Mount Fuji. In most countries, vending machines are an afterthought. In Japan, they're placed with the same logic used to plan transit stops. Where are people? What do they need? And how quickly can it reach them? Number 11. Compact neighborhood planning with daily needs within walking distance. Most urban planning assumes you own a car, or at least that you'll tolerate a long trip for basic errands. Japanese neighborhood zoning works from the opposite starting point. Groceries, pharmacies, clinics, parks, and transit stops are distributed through residential areas at a density that makes walking the practical choice, not the inconvenient one. This didn't happen organically. Zoning decisions kept commercial activity spread across neighborhoods rather than pulled into distant retail zones. So the grocery store ended up on your route home from the train station, not a separate trip entirely. Number 12. Umbrella stands and lockers at entrances. You walk into a restaurant in the rain carrying a wet umbrella, and now you've got a problem. You can't leave it outside without it getting taken, and you can't bring it in without dripping water across the floor. Most places just leave you to deal with that awkwardly. At building entrances across Japan, there's a dedicated umbrella stand, and at train stations or larger buildings, the stands have individual locks operated by a simple key or coin mechanism. You drop the umbrella, lock it, and walk in dry. Number 13. Plastic food displays that simplify restaurant choices. Outside almost every restaurant in Japan, there's a glass case with plastic models of every dish on the menu, sized and colored to match the real thing, with the price sitting right next to it. You know what you're ordering before you walk through the door. These are called samparu, and they're not decoration. They show you the actual portion size, what the garnish looks like, how the broth sits in the bowl, so there's no gap between what you expected and what arrives at your table. Number 14. Parcel redelivery systems that let you choose delivery times. You ordered something online and it's arriving Tuesday. You're not home Tuesday. In most countries, that means a missed delivery slip, a trip to a depot, and a package that shows up on a day you've half forgotten about it. Japanese parcel carriers send you a notification after the first attempt and let you pick a 2-hour delivery window that actually fits your day. The driver comes back during that window. If you'd rather not wait at home at all, You redirect the package to a convenience store and collect it whenever you're passing through. Number 15. Multifunction mobile apps for reservations, payments, and transit information. In Japan, a single app can book a restaurant, pay for the meal, pull up the next train time, top up your transit card, and display your health insurance card. Most countries split those functions across a dozen separate services, each with its own login and its own interface you have to relearn. App fragmentation costs real time, and most people have just accepted it. Switching between apps means re-entering information, losing context, and burning time on navigation that should take 0 seconds. Japan's national ID card connects directly to health insurance, tax filing, and government services through one platform. Transit apps pull real-time information from multiple operators into a single screen. You open one thing, get what you need, and you're done. None of these solutions appeared by accident. Someone studied how people board trains and decided it could go faster. Someone noticed that carrying bags through a city is a constraint that doesn't have to exist. Each solution came from someone asking why a specific annoyance was still happening. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and support the channel for more content.